Hey, what's up, guys? Just keeping it down. My roommates are still sleeping. My name is Humza Deas. I'm a 19-year-old photographer and videographer based out of Brooklyn, New York. If I would describe myself as what kind of photographer I am, I would say I mostly specialize in urban exploration and aerial photography. Basically, I often find myself shooting from very high up angles or below the underbelly of New York City. So over here is my camera graveyard. This thing right here is what I started photography on. I bought it broken off of a coworker at the time. A couple months later, Christmas time came and all my friends got DSLR cameras and I couldn't afford one, so my filmer that filmed me skateboarding let me borrow his mom's camera, which is this one right here. One day I was shooting a sunset, so I was like, okay, I need to switch to manual, and that's when like photography world opened up for me because I started to understand my camera. I use the money now to invest in myself and photography. Like, if I get a paycheck from a company, I'm pretty sure half of it's gonna go toward like my rent, and then the other half is gonna go back into video equipment or traveling. You know, just trying to inspire myself. When I first started urban exploration, I had no idea it was a genre in photography. I thought to myself, okay, I live in one of the most cliche cities that's being photographed. How can I photograph this originally?
Alright, this is nuts. What? Both bridges? What?
I don't have any managers. Like, if I do have like a business concern or if I ever feel misguided with life, I've had a mentor. Rob is one of the people that I look up to in photography. I would see an image that really caught my eye, and then I would see that it's from Rob.
You kind of took the community by storm, I remember. It was like, who's this guy, you know, with all these fresh perspectives and all this like adventurous, almost reckless style. But, you know, he was kind of going into kind of uncharted spots, you know, kind of underground, and then putting his twist on it. You know, he had an editing style that was kind of new, you know. That
Very
was
vibrant.
Yeah, very vibrant. It's funny, you probably look back at it now and
Yeah,
you
I hate it. I'm like, oh my
You just
God.
want to delete it. Yeah, I know. You know, part of doing this is like the charge of doing something you're not supposed to, spots you're not supposed to get into. It's, you know, I don't know about you, but I've had a couple close calls, you know.
I have friends, I have more than one friend that's recently passed away doing urban exploration.
You know, I grew up in the ghetto. I grew up in a projects in Queens and did like bad stuff with like bad kids. Deep down, like my conscience told me like, that's bad, don't do that. And one day we went up to one of the local parks within the area, and we were just walking around looking to rob some of the kids. There's like a group of skaters, and one of the kids let me use his skateboard, and then he saw that I could like actually skate. He like taught me how to do like a grind, which is called like a board slide. And I was like, wow, like this kid doesn't know me. The fact that like he engaged with me and talked to me was like, wow, like, you know, he wants to potentially be my friend. And I saw that as an outlet, a way like, oh, like you can go hang out with these kids because they're not doing anything bad. They're out here just trying to enjoy their childhood. Skateboarding changed my life. I wouldn't say it saved my life. Skateboarding changed my life. It opened the doors for everything that I've done.
Sometimes the business is tricky, depending on what people want and what's worth it. Like, I always like to look out for the... Well, he doesn't...
better charge them that money.
He wants to charge everybody like crazy. Like, I'm not gonna jinx it.
If you lower your prices, you're taking away from the next photographer, bro. You gotta keep the prices up there. We shot the same exact pictures. You charge $1,000 for your work and I charge $10,000 for mine. They're gonna hire you. You're not only stealing business from me, you're lowering the standards for the freelance photographer, so people aren't gonna expect to pay $10,000 for our work when it's worth much more than that.
It's inspiring to look at the adventures I've been on, and I'm excited for the adventures to come. I mean, everything I've done so far to me has just been like me stepping through the door. Like now I'm ready to like show people what I'm capable of doing with my work, because now I'm at the point where I'm trying to perfect it and I'm not trying to just shoot it. I know I can do anything I want. Anything I put my mind to, I can do it. I've done it so far, and anybody who disagrees, I'm here to prove you wrong.